Two wrestlers going straight at each other. McBride not afraid to mess with the Valor wrestler, goes right at him. Somebody was going to get tossed. They go out of bounds, and McBride nearly was on the wrong end of it. I like how McBride is approaching this match. You face a 32-2 opponent, you think you might get a little nervous, but nope, Dillon going right after him. Well, when you wrestle in the same room with Toby, you get used to wrestling a quality opponent. He's got a deep bear hug, trips Cecil over. Oh, knocked him down there side by side. Cecil, a great wizard. Look at that. McBride put him on his back. Dylan McBride got him squeezed tight, and Dylan McBride trying to knock off the 32-2 Valor wrestler. Cecil slips off of his back, but that's a 5-point move for Dylan McBride. That was fun to watch. You knew somebody was going to end up on their back, and you got to love the sophomore from Fort Morgan going right after the Valor wrestler. They're going to slip out of bounds. 49 seconds to go in the first period. Dylan McBride leads it 5-0. And McBride looks over at his coaches and says, do I even want to try and ride this guy? And they say no. So he'll give the free escape. That makes it 5-1, and they go back to their feet. Then they're going to go right after each other again. Somebody's going to get tossed. Nope, Cecil with a tackle, and they're going to go side by side. And Dylan McBride has a headlock. Can he land it? He did it again. He put Cecil on his back. He got the 3 back points, and Cecil will roll over. Nope. Did they get only 2? Only 2 back points out of it. So Dylan McBride's up by a score of 9-1. 15 seconds left in the first period. McBride needs to keep him in and ride out this first period. Cecil looks a little confused. He's not sure what to do working from the bottom. Dylan McBride just needs to hang on and ride out this period. Be pretty happy with a 9-1 lead. He does it. Coach Spike Reynolds telling him to stay calm and keep in good position. He's kept his hips in great position both times the wrestlers have gone into throw mode, and he stayed on the correct side. The choice goes to McBride. He defers it off, and Cecil wants to work from the bottom. And McBride says, nope, not going to ride again, so he'll give the free escape again. So Easton Cecil has 2 points, and they've come on free escapes given away by McBride. We're going to go throws again. They go side by side out of bounds. Had there been enough real estate, McBride might have been on the wrong side of that. As it is, they're on their feet. Just underway here in the second period. 15 seconds gone in the second period. Dylan McBride leads the match 9-2. Alex Mai will be the next Fort Morgan Mustang, and he's going to be up on this same mat. And we go takedowns again, and a tackle by McBride. There's another takedown as they go out of bounds. 11-2. Is McBride going to give the free escape again? He is. So it's 11-3. The only points that Cecil has have been the free escapes that McBride has given him. They're locking up tight again. McBride tries to shuck by. Now he's going to tackle Cecil again. They're side by side, and they'll go out of bounds. Uh-oh, this is not good. Dylan McBride reaching for the right knee. This is the right knee that was injured. This is not what Mustang fans want to see right now. They went out of bounds side by side. Dylan McBride has a pretty healthy brace, good-sized brace on his right knee. And they are going to check him out. So he does make it up onto his feet. And looks like he may be okay. So he's going to go back to his feet. Now here's the shot by Cecil. And they're side by side again. This time, here's McBride on the wrong side of the throw, and he's on his back. So here's the 5-point move. There is 48 seconds to go in the period. Left shoulder is up off the mat. You know, for McBride, this is not a bad place. Nope, they slipped out of bounds. That wouldn't have been a bad place to kill some time. Sitting on your back out of bounds where you couldn't get pinned. As it is, the scoreboard now shows 11-8. It's 11-8 after the big 5-point move. So Dylan McBride leads by 3. When he went into the referee's position, that right knee was not bent all the way where it should be in a regular referee's position. So he looks to be injured. So McBride killing some time. He's going to ride out the second period. So after being on the wrong end of a toss, he still leads it by 3. He's up 11-8. We're going to the final 2 minutes of this one. McBride still hobbling along. We've got some blood time, though. Looks like the Valor wrestler getting some blood cleaned up. He's at the scorer's table. Coach, Fort Morgan coach is talking things over with Dylan McBride. He did a fantastic job early of staying in good position when the throws came. Landed on top twice, and then ended up on the wrong end of it once. I guess we still have 3 seconds left in the second period. So we had the blood timeout with 3 seconds left in the period. So now there ends the second period. We'll go to the final 2 minutes. Here's where it's going to get exciting. We're going to start on our feet, and I can guarantee you somebody is going to end up on their back. The question is who? Dylan McBride leading it. Here's the shot by Cecil. Breaks apart, and McBride was coming back in on a bear hug, but slipped out of it. Now they're side by side, minute 37 to go. McBride hanging on to a double leg as they slip out of bounds. 1 minute, 34 seconds left in the match. Dylan McBride leads by 3. Alex Mai, the 220-pounder, is going to be 2 matches away on this same mat. So there'll be 1 match in between Dylan McBride and Alex Mai. Here's a weak shot by Cecil, and a great job by Dylan McBride to just let him fly by and then land behind him for the 2-point takedown. So it is 13-8. Dylan McBride leads it. He's up by 5. 1 minute, 8 seconds left in the match. And he's been giving up the free escapes. He's chosen not to ride before. But when you lead by 5 right now, you give up that free escape and a 5-point move, then you lose. So he's decided to ride. Not a lot of energy by Cecil. Not a whole lot of energy by McBride either. Dylan McBride riding. 55 seconds to go in the match. He leads it. Here's Cecil up onto his feet. Gets turned in. And McBride will hang on to a bear hug and drive him out of bounds. He'll maintain control. 43 seconds left in the match. Dylan McBride continues to ride. He leads by 5, 13-8. 43 seconds left in the match. McBride will jump in on the left side, the Fort Morgan sophomore. Drags down Cecil. Got a hold of the left elbow. Not doing a whole lot, just hanging on. Here's Cecil up onto his feet. McBride with a tight waist, and there's the caution for stalling against McBride. McBride leads it by 5. He's now been cautioned for stalling with 30 seconds left in the match. Here's a sit out, and now we're side by side. Now all of a sudden, here's Cecil flopping onto the top. It's 13-10. So now Dylan McBride has to avoid being put on his back. 15 seconds. Just has to ride it out, 15 seconds. He's been cautioned for stalling, so he has to do something. Now he gets a sit out. Turns back in on the switch. Was in decent position, but he's certainly doing enough to survive it. So Dylan McBride is going to survive this one. That would be an upset. Dylan McBride is going to win this one, a wild one, 13-11. He beats 32-2 Easton Cecil from Valor Christian. So a nice win.